This video is part of a set of videos about related to linear equations, and this one will be about slope of a line. So we saw before that we have an equation of a line, y equals mx plus b. The slope there is represented by the letter m. So how do we find the slope of a line? Well, there's more than one way to find it. So if I'm looking at this graph here, what does slope mean? So how do I find it and what does slope mean? So slope means, you can think of it, you've probably heard this before in high school, rise over run. So I can pick 2 points on my line. Say I pick this point here and this point here. And I want to write rise over run. So I just need to count how many units did I go up or down over how many units did I go left or right. So I go down 1, 2 units, and then I go to the left 1, 2 units. So I have that it's 2 over 2, or just 1. Okay, so the slope of that line is 1. Now, let's talk about positive and negative slopes of lines. This is my x-axis and this is my y-axis. So if I have a line that's going from quadrant 3 to quadrant 1, that line has a positive slope. Okay, so any lines, so like that or like this, so those lines have positive slopes. If I have lines going now from quadrant 2 to quadrant 4, so something like this, these lines have negative slopes. Okay, so lines that are sloped, maybe you can think upwards, have positive slopes, and then lines that are downwards have negative slopes. We can also calculate the slope of a line, not from the graph, but just from given any 2 points on a line. So let's see here what that would look like. So say I have 2 points on my line. So say I'm given the point 0, 3 and 5, 4. Okay, so the slope of my line can be found. This is an important formula. So slope is equal to the change in my y values. Okay, so this is my rise, right? The y-axis is up and down, over the change in my x values. So that's my run. So same thing as rise over run. So to calculate this, it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to label my 2 points as x1, y1, and x2, y2. So this can be x1, y1, and x2, y2. And then I just have to substitute those values in. So y2 is 4. So my slope is going to be equal to 4 minus y1, which is 3, over x2, which is 5, minus 0. So I have 4 minus 3 is 1, over 5 minus 0 is 5. So the slope of a line with those 2 points would be 1/5, positive 1/5. Okay, let's look at another example. So say I'm given 2 points again. Say I have negative 3 and 7 and 4 and negative 2. So I'm going to use that formula that I saw before where I have y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if it helps you, you can label your points as x1, y1 and x2, y2. And then I just substitute them in. So y2 is negative 2 minus y1 is 7 over x2, which is 4, minus x1, which is negative 3. So you just have to be careful with your integers here. On the top I have negative 2 minus 7, so the same sign, I'm going to bring them together. So it's going to be 9 as negative 9 over 4 minus negative 3. So remember, I changed this to plus plus, so 7 is in the denominator. So the slope of a line with those 2 points would be negative 9 over 7. Let's maybe see one more example. Okay, so let's say I have a point negative 1, negative 5, and 2, 0. So those are 2 points on my line. So again, I'm going to label x1, y1, x2, y2, and I'm going to use my slope formula. So I have slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And again, I have to watch my integers, so these are going to change to plus, plus. So I have 0 plus 5 is 5 over 2 plus 1 is 3. So the slope of that line would be 5/3. Okay, good luck with the assignments. Thanks for watching.